commanders inside. So what do we? All right. So what are we working at? We'll start from top left. So we'll go. What Amber? Who's Amber? We got a red
Amber
blue.
Crystal Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and start with your intro. What's your deck all about? What do you got?
Hello. I'm Ken, aka Table Topical. I am playing Amber Crystal Mall and Sword Coast Sailor. I saw that Amber wanted me to discard, and you know what really likes to be discarded? Dragon's Approach. So this is a Dragon's Approach deck. So trying to burn people down with Dragon's Approach and get some big dragons out. And not have a lot of interaction on other people's turns because I won't have a hand.
Yeah, discard your hand. That seems
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah. No, don't worry about it.
That seems. I mean, obviously
Strategic,
you're gonna want to
strategic
discard some
discarding.
things, but oof, that's a rough one. All right,
We got
Keto, what
some.
you?
We got the curse in here that makes me discard my hand at the end of the turn, as well as avaricious
Are you
dragon.
playing madness cards?
There's like a couple in here,
All right.
but
A lot of them are
yeah,
black, I know, but at least you get some
yeah.
value. All right, Keto, what you got?
Okay, I'm playing Renari, Merchant of Marvels. You may cast dragon spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. I get to choose a background. I chose Bahamut. Commander creatures you own have the first dragon spell you cast turn cost 2 less to cast. So
That's so good.
most people, when they play this commander, they focus almost entirely on dragons, especially with ETBs. I did do that, definitely, but having the Simic colors, I'm pretty high on interaction, and I like how I can cast artifacts at flash speed. So I have probably more artifacts in here than most decks you might see on EDH Rec. But there's definitely a lot of dragons.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense to do both. I like it. I dig it. And then prawn your hammer, right?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Either one works.
What you got?
Yeah, I got assigned Tasha this month. Tasha likes to take other people's spells and then cast them and get a payoff with a demon for that. So there's some synergies around playing that, but that's pretty narrow, especially on a budget. So I leaned into what Demir does kind of best and went with a mill strategy and some combo strategies. Some of the stuff Keto might be familiar with because I played some of these similar combos last month. But yeah, it's a mill combo deck in a Tasha shell.
You're doing like the Mindcrank, Sir Conrad, that kind of spiel.
Mindcrank and Sir Conrad are in the deck.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I've got Volo, Itinerant Scholar. When I first was assigned this guy, I was like, God, he's so boring. This guy's trash. Actually, after building the deck and playtesting it a little bit, I'm completely 180. Like this guy's super fun. So when he enters the battlefield, you get this journal token, and every time you cast a creature, you note one of its creature types. And on the journal has hexproof, so it's fairly protected. And then you can pay 2 and tap Volo and just draw cards equal to the number of entries on your journal. Very thematic. You get to play a bunch of creatures and then draw cards. So it's a standard Simic deck. And then the second thing I did was Master Chef. Master Chef was the background that I picked, and I initially thought that this was just to play green. I'm like, of the two that I was choosing between the Giants one where you can make your dude a 10/10 or this Master Chef, I'm like, it's cheaper for one. I hate expensive commanders. They cost too much. So this just made sense with it only being 3 mana cost, but surprisingly has a ton of synergy in the deck. So I accidentally made a synergistic deck. There's a lot of synergistic things that I didn't know that I made that turned out to be good. So super fun deck. So I think now we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
There's are we doing Monarch this month or no? Just standard.
We're doing initiative if you want.
What the?
The fourth person to go on the first turn just automatically has initiative, and then on their upkeep they get that benefit, and then pretty much everyone else just starts attacking each other to get it.
Okay, so I have to pull up what the hell initiative.
So wait, when
that one.
hit the person with the initiative, you take the initiative from?
Yeah. So Apparently, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be the target of attacks. That's cool. At least one. So I'll have to pull up the initiative card. But yeah, it's a dungeon that you go through. I think it's whenever you attack, you get to travel through the dungeon, or is the beginning of your turn?
Here, I'll read it. I'll read it. Whenever one or more creatures a player controls deal damage to you, that player takes the initiative. When you take the initiative and at the beginning of your upkeep, venture into the Undercity.
Oh wait, I do have the dungeon. I'll be right back while you read that. Go ahead and read that.
So you get Undercity payoffs. Okay. And everyone keeps their own Undercity, or it's a collective Undercity?
If you're in a dungeon,
Own. You keep your own.
Keep your own. Okay. Let me find an
And if you
Undercity. I opened some Baldur's Gate.
Here's another thing. If you lose the initiative, you stay in the room in the dungeon where you were, and if you get it back, then you can go from there.
so basically just like the other dungeons.
Right, except this time you can kind of get like your dungeon stolen from you.
Yeah. Roy says hello, stream. Roy also says, sorry, Hamburger Soul Mall. You're getting cat butted. She also is very unhappy with me putting my hands in her space. Can you move, lady? Come on. Casual cat stuff.
It's more cat back than cat butt right now.
Well, Amber, my commander is getting like the full cat butt experience right now. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I need to get some like oven mitts so I can move her. Come on, lady.
Have an initiative.
All right. We feel good. We feel good. Are you back? Everyone, he's not here. We should. We have all the power. We can do whatever we want, and we're live. Does everyone actually have an Undercity token? Wow, that's wild to me. We just all have them right here. That's
Y'all
amazing.
opened at least one Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's true. I went into the store the other day to get my commander in background, and while we were there, my wife bought a box, and we went home, we opened it, and not only so I wanted the etched of both, but the game store only had the etched Amber Gristle, and then also I got Sword Coast Sailor, and then she opened both of those cards in her box, and I was like, wow.
A similar thing happened to me. I went to Target to see if they had Double Masters. They did not, but they had a Baldur's Gate draft, a couple of them. So I bought one, and I opened not just the Undercity here, but 4 of the cards in my deck that I had just proxied on the other side of
I
the
would like to talk now. Oh my god, I can
parking lot
talk.
FedEx.
Hey, hi, hello.
What the hell? This has happened twice today on the podcast. When I take off my headphones and I set them on my desk, the microphone stops working.
Huh.
What the frick? Oh my god. Sorry. I said
Sounds like
feel free to start whenever you're ready. So.
All right. I am going to untap upkeep draw.
I was saying I forgot that my buddy bought a bundle, I think, and he got the oversized Undercity token and he gave it to me.
Oh, cool.
But can the stream hear me? It looks like the stream can hear me. Jesus, what? I need to.
We're probably
what logic?
Like, put down a mountain and pass the turn.
The cat is in defensive mode on your.
Yeah. I'm gonna move
face
her.
down in defense mode.
She saw one of our other cats, and she's very perturbed right now.
She looks like she's about to jump off. All right, Keto, rocket.
Decide if she wants to defend. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'll play a forest for turn and pass.
Do it on my book here. So I have 7 right now. I will untap.
Is there an initiative on the spell table? Oh, all right. I guess you just have the card. I don't have the card.
But we can use Monarch to put it between.
Yeah, I'll just do that. That's not the right button. I'm dead.
All right.
Oh my god!
Play tap land,
There we go.
your Guildgate, and pass.
So we do it the order thing. All right. So do I Undercity first before I draw? When does this happen?
Yeah, it's on the upkeep.
Untap, upkeep, draw. So it's prior to. So I don't draw
you-
first.
So you get the benefit of it at the beginning of your first.
That's what
Well,
it appears.
Only league, right? Like in the league, you get it, but in any other game, you'd have to have some sort of effect which let you get it.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that say take the initiative, but I guess in the league we just get it, which is unfortunate because that means I'm gonna have to discard.
You go.
That's terrible.
I was gonna say, I what might be
Why
the
would you-
intent because it's like Monarch.
Because
Because
the
you-
first thing you do is you go get a land and put it in your hand. So I'm gonna draw a card and get a land. That means there's 2 cards.
that's
Unless I have a 1-drop, I have to discard.
One
Which,
play.
Oh, I see.
I guess I have a 1-drop, but I don't really want to cast it. But either way, I guess I'll do it because I automatically cut straight to a land. Perfect, excellent. I've searched a land. Where's the? And then I'll shuffle here. This goes to the hand, island into the hand. Actually, I might actually play a creature just to not have to discard. I don't really want to discard cards. That seems like, well, it's basically a loot. Draw for turn. I have 9 in hand now, so I have to either play a spell. But you know what?
Discarding is so good.
It's not great. I'll
What are you
play
talking
I'll
about?
play a force, and I guess I'll just put an end step. Guess I'll card a force. Pass the turn.
Right, untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a mountain. I will tap 2 to play a young pyromancer.
Hmm.
Young Peasy.
Young Peasy themselves. And then I'll
Definitely
pass.
good in Dragon's Approach.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Is Dragon's Approach
also-
the one where if you have 5 or more lands, you get a 5/5 dragon? Is that the one?
No, it's so it does 3 damage to everybody. You can have any number of them in your deck.
Ah.
And then once you
like-
have 4 of them in your graveyard and you cast another one, you get to search up a dragon from your deck and put it on the battlefield.
What the hell's the card I'm thinking of? It's an enchantment that, like, I thought it was called Dragon's Approach, but
Yeah, I was joking in the chat about maybe I should play Persistent Petitioner into the memes.
you look at the top card of your library anytime, you may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. That's a solid dragon. 1/4, but 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick.
Ah,
Okay. I want these to fall over. There we go. Pass. Am I being heard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I pass.
Yeah, I've already untapped it.
Okay.
Because I drew a very interesting. Feel like I'm just gonna play and tap my swamp. Then I will Dark Ritual, Grim Tutor.
Oh, okay.
And,
Tutors
I do
aren't
not
that
have
good.
any one play spell pass after.
But you can go find one with your Grim Tutor.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning up half of the Pepsi or the cherry Coke that I just spilled all over my table. Almost got on my collector's boxes.
Oh no.
Okay, I just also spilled on my $2,000 work laptop. You know, just all these cool things that just happened.
As long as it's a work laptop, though.
That is true. It is completely
That's a
covered.
net positive. Well, you're on YouTube.
When
so
I
never
worked in,
mind.
well,
no, that's bad. That's bad.
it's still
Yeah,
accidental. It's not like I did it on purpose.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, when I worked in IT of this company, I had all kinds of things like that happen. Where like the one guy, he had his kid ripped up all of the fucking letters on his keyboard.
Oh no.
Whoa.
I had to replace the keyboard. All right, so I'm good to go. Untap.
Yes,
No, I don't untap. Or I do untap, but then I scry 2, or I put a counter on a creature. I don't have a creature, so I'm gonna scry 2.
Getting too powerful.
Well, it's gonna go away here shortly. Review my hand.
With that attitude, sure.
While
Alright.
you play on, I'm gonna refresh spell table. I'm having a little trouble.
All right, I'm gonna put this card at the bottom. Then this card I'm gonna remain on top, and then I'm gonna draw that card. I'll play an island. And I'll rampant growth.
Hey, that's a card.
I keep cutting exactly to the land.
There you go.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Is your entire deck just lands?
It is only 35 actually,
Oh, huh.
because the mana curve is pretty low.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, hey, it's an island. I'll play an island. What to do? What to do?
I took a pretty big chance on my deck this week because I only have 30 lands in here.
Holy crap, that's way too. Well, last month's deck I only had 30, but
2-drop mana rocks, which would ordinarily come into play tapped, but because I can usually get them out on the end step of the player before me, it's not a downside. So it's been working so far pretty well.
all right.
3 to play Monastery Siege. When it enters the battlefield, I can choose cons or dragons. I will choose cons. At the beginning of my draw step, draw an additional card and then discard a card. And then I will pass the turn. Oh wait, no, I won't pass the turn. I will attack.
You've passed the turn, good
TPG.
sir.
Oh, I forgot this was CEDH. Damn it. Well,
What is it? How many? Was it 1 damage?
2.
It's 2.
2
Alright.
damage.
All right, 38. Then you get to take the initiative, which
Take the initiative.
I think happens right away.
Right away.
Initiative and first blood.
Yeah, so you get and first blood. Secret entrance, you get to go get a land into your hand.
Look at that. All right, I'm gonna go find a.
You get the ramp go for free. Bullshit. Well,
on the
it's to
battlefield.
the hand, I guess. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cut and see. Nope, that's a dragon's approach. Okay.
The odds of you finding dragon's approaches are probably similar to lands.
Yeah, probably.
Got a tutor for a
Island
dragon.
and put it in my hand. Pass turn.
Okay.
I wonder for stream. I wonder if can I use this? Is it better? That's probably easier.
Untap and draw. All right, I knew that. Then I'm going to look at the top card of my library real quick. Okay. I'll go ahead and play out a forest. And then I will...
What's the 52 thing? Is that just dice randomly on the?
Oh, cards in hand?
Oh, you have 52 cards in hand?
That's
No.
impressive.
I'll just fucking with you.
You are a victim to my mill strategy already.
Ooh.
So
Guys playing by a different rule set.
I think what I'll do is I'll attempt to cast a Lightning Greaves proxy. I'm saying proxy right off the bat because you can see that it shows the real blingy one.
Yeah. Not my favorite artwork, but still nice.
If
Pretty
it
sweet.
hits the battlefield, I'm gonna move to equip my creature with it.
It's a thumbs up from
response?
me.
Okay. And at that point, First Blood is not available to me. I like having a defender.
Yeah, entering the initiative is still available though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look again. Oh, the initiative is. Yes, I should do that actually. Okay, so I will go ahead and attack Table Topical for 1.
I will take 1 damage point.
Mm.
Okay, I will. Now, you guys feel free to tell me this is not okay, but I happen to know what this card is on the top. I'm going to search my library right on the top for a land card. It's an island.
You did it.
Put it in my hand.
You do still need to shuffle, but
Okay, okay.
yeah, it's the rules, unfortunately.
It could be. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen when you shuffle?
Yeah, it's just because it says you have to shuffle. It's kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to do it.
Got it. Okay, well, let's do
then,
it.
And then you get to look at you get to look again though, so maybe you'll be able to
Right.
cast it for a green, whatever it is.
True. Could be a 1-drop.
Yep. Right.
Drop green dragon?
I don't know. That's bugging me.
It
What's
could be
the
a
enchantment that
soul
I'm
ring.
trying to think of?
Imagine you forcing him to shuffle into a soul ring.
It's a dragon enchantment, so I should go look up any dragon deck.
Dragon enchantment, and what is it? You
It's
said
like if you have like
5?
5 or more lands at the beginning of your turn, you get like create a 5/5 dragon or some crap. I thought it was Dragon's Approach, but apparently top command. Dear Dragon. It's got to be in this.
Is it that cultist guy?
I'll pass the turn.
It could be a creature. I'll check.
Mean, are you thinking about Tiamat?
No, it's a super low cost
Super
creature.
high
It's like a 1-mana creature.
Yeah.
Or an
is it
enchantment.
The Cobalt.
I think
Oh, it's Dragon Master Outcast, Human Shaman. 1 mana,
There you
1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more land, you create a 5/5 dragon with flying. The value.
Yeah.
Alright, whose
Well,
turn? Alright.
There's a guy that was playing that in the pre-con month.
I am a blue to drop 3. All right. So put this one on top order. Now I play Command Tower. Tap. Swamp. Play a Soul Ring. Tap. Soul Ring. Play Talisman of Dominance.
Okay, guy, calm it down.
Turn 3. This is completely fair.
Bro. Then I can I'll just tap Command Tower for 1, play Ruin Crab.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Which one's this one?
All-Star Ruin Crab.
There we go.
Is this the Landfall
everyone.
Mill?
Yeah.
I will P the T. Yeah, Landfall Mill.
But it's the one that everyone.
Everyone,
It's
though.
not target player. It's opponents, I think.
Alright,
Or-
untap.
yeah,
I'm not in the
Opponents.
undercity.
Each mills 3.
F4.
Can't self-mill though. I don't know why you'd play that card. So you're threatening to win this turn, right? It's turn 3. So
This is turn 3, and I've got 4 manas available. I'm gonna pop off right
Holy
now.
cow.
Tap 3 of those manas for the old journey.
Ooh.
Volo and the journal. A green for go with Sakura Tribe Scout.
Ooh.
I'm going to choose Scout. type from creature types it has.
Scout in the book.
He has seen a scout. And I will pass the turn.
I think you have to make some observations since you're writing the book. You have to role play this. So what observations do you have about scouts as a creature type?
It appears they can wield 2 swords.
Ooh, very powerful. Very powerful.
The first
Are you
observation
worried?
was not the swords, but I'm just going to go with the swords.
Yeah. I do
First
not actually have
observations
that
were the
power.
green titties. But I don't know if that has to do with scouting. So the swords
I
are...
think-
That's the thing is you're so busy observing things you forgot to attack me for the initiative.
I had no creatures. I just
Oh,
played those.
Oh, I was mistaken.
All right. At the beginning of my draw step, I draw an additional card and then discard a card. I will
He
draw a
loots.
card and I will discard a Dragon's Approach.
Holy
And
crap.
I will eventually get the glare away from my cards. but
It's
I'll
going to
keep it
happen
up
one
during
day.
my turn.
Like, I wonder if it
appears
knows.
that original player
It doesn't.
games has way relate.
And then I will draw for turn.
Doesn't know if it's a Dragon's Approach yet. Nope, it thinks it's a Savannah. It always resorts to dual lands. I'm just going to type it in for the people.
It's definitely a Savannah.
That's the entire budget.
Yep. Yeah. Do I want to bring out Amber? And then discard my entire hand? That's so powerful, guys.
It's very powerful.
So powerful. I don't think I want to do that, actually. There's cards in my hand I like. What is this? What is this feeling I have right now? Less than ideal. I'm gonna put down an island, and
Sure you don't want to play your commander and then discard the island so you don't have a land? Oh, I don't know.
you know, well, I'd be able to draw 2 cards, so I could get a land.
Oh, true.
In those 2 cards, because I could attack with two creatures. I'm going to tap 4 and play a Moonveil Regent. Has flying. It's a 4/4. Whenever I cast a spell, I may discard my hand if I do draw a card for each of that spell's colors.
I'm muted to them. I just had a realization that I'm not the happiest about. I'm playing against a mill deck, and I'm playing a super draw deck.
Fun thing.
That's not cool.
You can discard your hand when you don't have any cards in your hand.
That's unfortunate.
So,
Especially if he mills the combo pieces like Walking Ballista or Dramatic Reversal.
Explanation
that
text
is not good if those go into the graveyard, because I have 0.
Young Pyro.
Nope, I have any witness. I have any witness, so...
For 2.
I'm down to 38.
Not in hand.
And I will
But,
take
oofda.
the initiative.
He's doing it. Now you get to scry 2? Or I guess you could put it to 2 1 counters on something.
Ooh. This young pyromancer could be a 4/3. I'll scry 2.
I mean, the Moonveil Regent can be a 6/6 flyer. That's better.
Ooh.
But he scryed. He's scrying.
I scryed. So do you have to decide? Do you look at both and then decide which ones you want to put on the bottom, or do you look at the one?
Yeah, you look at both.
Okay.
Whatever the value of scry is, you look at them all at once.
Yeah. I'm gonna put them back, both back, and I will pass le turn.
Okay.
Over to Keto.
No open mana. Don't feel good about that.
And I draw the card that I already looked at. Yep, still there.
Still there.
Play out an island for turn. Can't believe it. My screen on spell table froze again. But I think you all can see my screen, so that's fine.
You're moving.
It looks fine. Yep.
Just fine.
Good. Okay. I will then look at the top card of my library. Okay. Then I think what I'll have to do is tap a green and a blue, play out Arcane Signet. Then I will tap the Signet for a green, blue, play out my background.
I see.
I will not be attacking Topical, and I'll pass my turn.
That seems fair.
Okie dokie. Untapping. Key. Draw a card. I know what it is. Storm. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it's time to bring her out. So let's tap a swamp. Get one of each. The Soul Ring 4, and then play Tasha. I will drop my
Holy
microphone
crap.
and probably wreck your ears. Real
Little
sorry
bit.
about that.
Sounds like just somebody just drop kick a microphone.
yeah, that
Sound
was me.
Tasha makes. That's the Tasha
Yeah, that's the
noise.
sound.
That's
Tasha makes
the
for
Tosh.
sure.
Oh god, she wrecks everyone.
So she comes in with 4. I will immediately tick her up to 5, and I will exile Dragon's Approach from
What?
Topical's
What?
graveyard.
Why would you
I
do
will
that?
exile.
Because he wants to cast it himself.
I'll exile Rampant Growth from TPG's graveyard, and no instants or sorceries in Keto's graveyard to exile. So
Correct.
Go ahead and keep those face up. Those should get some sort of marker that they are Tasha exiled. However you want to keep track of that.
Oh, the page counter.
Yeah, page counters. Very special page
I don't have any
counters.
page counters. I do have is a piece of paper I can rip
and I
up.
get to draw a card on her uptick. So draw the card, and I was a little inefficient with mana last turn, so ultimately that is it for me.
There we go, page. All right, untap.
Gonna go over by
Draw. Good. Okay. No, that's okay. The hand, not great. I also came to the realization that I want to draw a bunch of cards, but then I'm also going to get milled. This doesn't sound like a good combination of things.
And Dragon's Approach is trying to throw them all into the graveyard. So I might be either playing into his hand, or he might be playing into
Yeah, it's a
mine.
bit of a strange, because you can exile them as you do it, though, so it's kind of like not too big a deal. Unless he has like a billion. I don't know how many he runs. All right,
Nice.
well,
20.
let's go. So, like, do I want to try to hit a land? Lands are good.
I don't think so. They're not that great.
I like land. All right, I'm going to. All right, I gotta hit my land. All right, so I'm gonna tap 1. I'm gonna play Shrieking Drake. Shrieking Drake comes into the battlefield. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand. I'm gonna choose Drake as its creature type. Cast it for the journal.
What
I
do you think
also.
is Volo writing about drakes in the journal?
It's interesting about drakes. They seem to disappear once they appear. So that's a strange thing about Drake.
That is weird.
They're very evasive.
They also sing about getting called on their cell phone.
True.
They are akin to banshees with their shrieking.
Then I'm going to tap a green here for a Krazen Wayfarer. Using Druid. Interesting about Druid, they're always around forestry.
It's true. That's what they say about druids.
What is ultimately
What I say about druids.
with this journal that you're keeping, Sin?
Okay, so as I cast a creature, I have to note one of its creature types. I can pick any of them if they have multiple. So like Snake, Shaman, Scout, I pick Scout. And then my commander has, I can tap 2 mana and tap himself, and I can draw cards equal to the number of creature types on the journal. Right
So-
now, I can tap 2 and draw 3 cards.
Awesome.
I need to do it because I want to hit a land drop, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to tap him, tap 2, draw 3 cards. I whiffed. You hate to see it, but at least I got past the land drought. That's definitely not still happening. Definitely not.
You shuffled your deck too much. All the lands are now on the bottom.
The one land I discarded from the rampant growth that I didn't get to do because of the stupid Undercity screwed me. Then I discarded the land. I should have discarded something else, I guess. All right, well, going to go to what's it? We got the Moonveil Regents, the blocker for the Undercity. The treasure would be nice. 8 cards in hand. That's too many. This is unfortunate.
No, you're playing a discard deck. It makes sense.
Sure am. All right, I'm gonna go to end step and I'm gonna discard Kiora's follower. Pass a turn.
Tap. Upkeep.
What up, stream? We're missing land drops, even though I drew 4 last turn.
There's
That
siege
sucks.
Triggers, so I will draw.
Don't really
a
even
card,
have. Well, next turn I have a
and
mana
I
dork
will
at least,
discard,
which is an elf, which is a different
You know what,
creature
I'm
type.
gonna
Then I'll be
keep-
able to draw
I'm gonna
4.
keep my dragon
Maybe I'll hit a
approach
land. I'll draw 5 that
in
turn.
my hand. I'm gonna discard
We'll
an
see.
island.
I have the
and will
ability
draw for turn.
to. I have plenty of ways to untap Volo, but
And did
like,
you,
don't
since you have the initiative on your
Not a
upkeep, don't you?
ton of things to
You're
do
right. You're right.
with
Go to
being able to
creature
do
or create
that.
a treasure token. I'm gonna create a treasure.
And at one point, and I have some counter
will
spells
be
in
a
hand, but
treasure
I
token
don't
that
have
I will
enough land to
draw
like
on
keep
in
kind of open.
Just remember,
And
I
also
was
still progress the
kind
board.
when you go to attack.
So, like,
That's true. You
I
were
really
kind.
need
That's a
to.
dollar sign.
I really need to draw lands.
I'm gonna
I guess
play a mountain.
my next turn I can play
Then,
2 new spells, draw 5, or 2 new creatures and draw 5.
Let's do some things. I'm going to tap
But I can keep that if I draw a land, I don't have to keep the mana open.
3.
Or I can keep the mana open and then I can
Cast
do it at the end of turn.
Dragon's Approach.
Because then I can play
Wait.
2 lands
Wait.
from.
You have more than one of those in your deck.
I am a cheater. I'm a dirty cheater.
Dirty.
Young Pyromancer on the stack to create a 1/1
Yep.
elemental. I am not going to trigger.
I wonder if
Moonveil
Keto was
Regent.
being sarcastic.
Any responses before I make a 1/1 elemental and
It's all good.
3 damage to everyone.
No,
All right, I will make a 1/1 elemental. I will draw on that later.
Ellie.
Yep, Ellie. And then, do I keep want to Do I want to keep setting up? It feels like I should be doing something.
I wish I could do something.
I get these out of the glare for you.
Well, pitching the land.
Are
I
we,
had.
can I ask you, when you cast Dragon's Approach, what's is supposed to happen?
Oh, sorry. Everyone takes 3
Everyone
damage.
takes 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's an important piece of information.
I'm muted. Whenever I talk to you guys, I'm muted. By the way, in the
Make
chat.
sure to take your 3.
When I had the initiative first, I ditched the land because I
Alright,
had 3 in hand already.
Remember this.
So these.
I
mean, 3 is plenty typically.
Tap an island.
But like, especially when I'm drawing like 3 to 4 to 5 to turn, 6 a turn, I'm drawing that many typically.
I'm going to cast.
So it just
Guild
kind of hurt
Misfortune.
me because I didn't draw a land in 6 cards. I have
Nice.
35 lands, so slightly lower than average, but.
I have a response to that.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. Also, Ellie trigger Young Pyromancer triggers on the stack.
Oh.
But go ahead.
Happening?
I am going to cast tap a green and wait. Just let me refresh my memory. Wheel of Misfortune. What does that card do again?
Is that we all ditch our cards and lose life equal to the number of cards we ditch? Something like that?
No. Okay. So each player secretly chooses a number 0 or greater. Then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determine the highest. and
Oh,
lowest
it's this
in
card.
way. It deals damage equal to the highest. Each player who didn't choose the lowest discards their hands, then draws 7 cards. So if you don't want to discard your hand, you choose a low number. If you really want to discard your hand, you choose a high number. If you choose the highest, you take that damage. If you choose the lowest, you don't discard your hand, and then everyone who wasn't the lowest discards and draws 7.
I don't have a response to that. I'm just gonna pick my number.
All right, everyone secretly pick a number.
Okay, 1 sec.
I'm gonna write it down.
However you choose to do so.
Fun. Hold on.
All right, upside
Who
down.
loves mini games?
Mini game.
Right on.
Mini game on a stick.
That is an arena code from a pre-release that I saw on YouTube and then typed in and didn't get.
All
Gotta be
right.
quick on those.
All right. So
Elemental, extra elemental.
all right. I have chosen my number.
Okay, is everyone chosen?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Flip or reveal in some way. All right, so we got 1, 1. TPG
0.
0.
I don't want to ditch my
Oh.
hand. Screw that.
All right, so I will take 5 damage. TPG keeps hand. Everyone else,
Wait.
I thought you couldn't choose 0.
Yeah.
no, you can
It says
0
each
or
player
greater.
choose a number between 0 and greater.
I thought it was greater
no,
than 0.
What? That's why I chose 1. I thought it was the
Yeah,
lowest.
that's why I chose
could.
1 also.
I mean, if everyone is 0,
Yeah, no, it was.
if that was the
definitely-
understanding, if everyone's 0,
Yeah,
I will be
I
the
wanted
only
to-
one to discard my hand. I think we can all agree if that was the understanding.
Yeah.
I knew the assignment. Like I.
Okay, everyone pick 0 except for me. I will take 5
Everyone pick 0.
damage, and then I will discard my hand and draw 7 cards.
Sorry, I thought it was greater than 0. Like
No,
there
no,
was
it's all
some
good.
sort of,
It's
like,
all
you have
good.
to risk it for at least 1, and if everyone does 1, then everyone takes 1 damage. Like there was some sort of risk.
This card causes confusion, so I get it.
It does. It does. I will draw 7
This
cards.
is one of the most confusing cards for a lot of people. Funny enough, it's gotten YouTube videos on it.
Okay, I pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap and I will draw for turn. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the top card of my library as per Corlessa. All right. I will.
I want to be one of the cool kids, so I'm gonna have one of these things.
Yeah.
Update mine since I've got it there.
Well, gosh. Did not hit a land.
You and me both, buddy.
You know a great way to hit lands.
Discard your hand and draw 7.
cards.
Right. Okay.
Just saying, I was doing everyone a favor here, and you all just spat in my face.
I just with the ability that the cards can be removed from my graveyard, I'd rather have them in my hand. Unfortunately,
Classic.
I like the cards in my hand. They don't really do a ton, but they aren't bad.
They're just not land.
I tutored for 1.
They aren't land.
The Jade Orb.
What do we got here? Okay, mana rack for dragons.
Yeah.
What's this commander cost? 4?
Hexproof
Okay.
until your next.
That's pretty cool.
And I'll just stay on the defensive and pass my turn.
Okay. Untapping. Upkeep effect. Draw.
One of the really cool combos
Okay.
that I have right now in my hand is I have
Some
Wirewood
thing.
Symbiote and Anadork / other combo with him with Wirewood Symbiote is Reclamation Sage. I don't have that in my hand right now, but being able to pop up and down is pretty good. Basically, the Wirewood Symbiote allows you to return an elf to your hand, and you untap target creature, so you can untap
All right, I am
Volo
going to
by bouncing either Rex Sage or some
Tasha
other
down to
elf with
2.
value. You untap Volo,
Mhm.
then you're able to draw more
I will
cards,
cast
have
Dragon's Approach
different ways of doing
from
stuff.
your exile. It goes back to your graveyard. Doesn't say anything about it remains in exile.
We're taking
Dragon's
more
Approach
damage.
back in your graveyard and your Rampant Growth, which will make me 2 3/3
Oh,
demons.
you're casting them both?
Yes, I cast them both without paying their casting cost.
She just does all of them? No, it's a spell. It's just a spell. You may cast a spell
Oh,
from among
shit.
them.
Well, I'm casting. Never mind. Dragon's Approach stays gone.
I was like, that's insane. There's no way.
Yeah.
You get to pick one.
She's so much more powerful than I thought she was.
If you
All right, one
just won't read the card, she's so good.
demon. Funny because it's true. All right, 1 demon and Rampant Growth.
It's funny because I do that shit all the time. So I'm also you know how long I played Averna wrong? Averna is a Cascade commander. Well, kind of. Like whenever you Cascade, yeah, she's a Cascade commander. So whenever you Cascade, if you hit a land within that Cascade, you can play it on the battlefield. I played that wrong the whole time I played her until I removed her from my deck. All of the lands that she cascades, they're supposed to come into play tapped. I never had them come into play tapped. I just had them come into play. I'm like, that's so good. I'm ramping. I'm playing spells. I'm cascading. I get more lands. I'm doing this shit. And then like nobody corrected me. I've played this commander for months. And then I find out once I replaced her with Animar, I was playing her wrong the whole time. It was sad.
So I'm bringing Swamp into play tapped.
Okay.
And putting this island into my hand.
My Rampant goes back to the grave.
Oh, just the one.
Yeah. There's
Cultivate.
Yep.
Hey, Topical. Seeing as how Dragon's Approach is dependent on how many you have in your graveyard, can you just put a number out there of how many you have at any given moment?
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Is it an instant? That's a sorcery. Okay. I was gonna say, as an instant speed, just pop a dragon on the field whenever you want. That seems strong.
You know
But
what
it's a
I'm
sorcery.
probably confused is I also run Ashiok in this deck, and when you use his -7, you can cast 3 spells. Probably.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Not the dirty cheater aspect.
I mean, it is a -3, so you can't like keep spamming it. So I mean, it wouldn't be terribly OP, but I feel like it would be pretty dang strong otherwise.
Yeah.
Are you done after that, or you still got more stuff to do?
Well, I haven't even tapped mana yet, so
Yeah, it's fine. You can pass your turn.
We'll allow it.
Well, then again, you're playing blue. Maybe I don't want you to pass your turn.
All right, here we go. A little fooled. Okay. So that swamp came in. So everyone
Rampant
mills
growth, right?
3.
Oh yeah, mill 3.
From
All
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit one land. No.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Temple of Epiphany, Cephalid Coliseum, Pyromancer's Ascension.
So Kyrion Ranger, Soul Ring, and Forest.
Frantic,
Soul Ring!
I discarded Frantic Search, Counter Spell, and Simic Signet.
Okay.
Talisman for 2. And let's go with Gilgate for a blue. Play a Psychic Corrosion.
I like the sound of that.
So whenever I draw a card, you mill 2.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Well, tap this for blue. Colors play Wall of Lost Thoughts. And I think I will target Keto. You mill 4.
Okay. Spellburst. Earthquake Dragon. Silver Myrrh. Garrick's Uprising.
You know what's
Okey-dokey.
funny, Golf? I also thought the same thing.
Pass the turn.
I did that recently, within the last month or so. All right, untap. Maybe I'll draw a land now. Milled past some other non-lands. Kabang! Nailed it. So, well, we'll see. Yeah, I can play Flooded Grove. My land. The Dream. And then tap 1 Elvish Mystic. And of his creature types, I'll pick Elf. Strange thing about elves is they're very similar to druids.
Yes.
Perhaps like an offshoot of the druid. Maybe there was some evolution or something, you know.
Exactly. Tap a forest or a wirewood symbiote. This is an insect. Doesn't look like an insect, but if you just don't... Well, maybe the insect is this thing?
Yeah, that's the symbiote.
Oh, it's
Tie-
taking
tie it to the
control
elf.
of the elf.
Yeah,
That's a combo
because it
card there.
untaps elves.
Yeah, I mean, it does stuff. So that's insect, and the strange thing about insects is he has yellow hands.
All insects have yellow hands.
All insects indeed do have yellow hands. Don't know it.
No,
That's
too small to tell.
Then I will tap. Played my land. 5 in the hand. What do we got here? So the initiative has well, you got 4 blockers? That's too many.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not bad. I forgot to attack last turn, so
I was
here we
wondering,
are.
but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to attack.
No, I do. Everyone's at above 30 life. What are we doing here?
I mean, you haven't played enough Dragon's Approaches.
That's true.
Clearly.
Because they keep getting stolen. Also, I only have 1 in my
All
graveyard.
right, I'll just pass the turn.
Huh. All right.
5 in hand.
Upkeep.
Does Volo's ability happen at instant speed?
It sure does. Fuck that sorcery crap. I hate that tag. That tag annoys the hell out of me. If that I honestly, I'll be completely honest. If this had the sorcery tag, I wouldn't have played this month. I'll be completely honest. I hate that tag with a passion.
Monastery Siege. Draw a card. Discard a Dragon's Approach. So that puts me.
All right, so I have some pretty
two in my
cool
graveyard,
interactions
and
to
then
go
I
on
just
with
one
right now.
to
Okay,
a
so
2.
I have the ability to draw 5 at instant speed, and I have the ability to play 2 lands at instant speed as well.
Ooh.
And I have some counterspell. Crazy crap happening. So
Y'all
like,
want some group hug?
there's some cool
Hug me,
stuff I
baby.
can do right now. I actually, you know what I could do? What I really need to do is I need to get to my reliquary
That's a
tower
group
so I have
hug?
an unlimited
Yeah,
hand
it
size.
is. Nothing says hug like mountains.
Thinks his hug like
I mean,
that.
technically, a group hug could be Dragon's Approach. It just hurts. Sometimes hugs can hurt.
That's true. It is known.
Fair.
Although he doesn't deal damage to himself, so that's kind of a one-sided hug.
It is one
Well, he's the
sided.
bear hugger.
It's a one-sided hug. Anyways, like I was saying before, I'm back muted. So what I actually can do, interestingly enough, I can draw 5 at instant speed. I can play 2 lands at instant speed. So then I can then bounce Elvish Mystic back to my hand, if I do draw 2 lands, of course. And I can bounce Elvish Mystic back to my hand, untap Volo to then draw another 5.
2 red.
Drawing I love this
two
deck. This deck's
blue
so
for
cool.
a Europer Orrery, which is in the perfect spot for glare.
Your entire
artifact.
deck is in the glare.
These are anti-glare sleeves. I can turn off my light up there too.
It can't read a single card you have on the field right now. I can't click on a single one. It won't. It doesn't know what that is. It thinks that's a midnight ritual. That ain't it.
Each player may play an additional land on each of his or her turns. At the
Oh.
beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player draws 3 cards.
It's chromatic orrery?
Giraper Orrery.
I don't know how to spell Giraper. G-H...
Just spell Orrery.
I-R...
Just
All right.
spell Orrery.
Osprey? Got it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. We did it. Success,
Wow.
y'all.
Do that. I'm going to use my creature's passive ability to look at the top of my library.
Do it. Anytime.
Sorry.
I'm going to. Anyone have a response, or is everyone cool with playing extra lands in their turn? Good.
I'm okay with it.
Fine.
Cool. All right, I'm going to play an island. And, there's a lot of blue players at this table, but I'm going to
there is.
I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to
A brainstorm?
tap 3. Windfall. Each player discards his or her hand, and draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards the player discarded this way.
Holy crap.
So what's the max number of cards in hand right now?
I have 5.
5.
But I think I'm past one of them. I'll be down to 4.
Oh, sorry. So Keto. Well, it goes to Keto. Any responses?
Yeah, in response, I'm going to do something a little drastic. I just need to find a target.
Okay.
Or how many Dragon's Approaches are in your graveyard, sir?
He has 2 there. He has the little counter there.
2. Okay.
Also, Young Pyromancer trigger on the stack for another elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in response to the thing,
I'm muted to them.
I'll
I'll probably counter this. Maybe with an Arcane Denial.
Arcane Signet for green and an island. I will play.
See what happens, because I'm the last to respond, which is great. I want to see if anybody else stops it. I really don't want to waste a counter on it.
And I will target myself.
I don't.
So I will shuffle my
really
graveyard into my library and then prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
Okay.
To you?
I think it's to everyone? Or is it just to him?
No, I'm the only one who gets to shuffle.
No, but I'm saying, does it prevent all combat damage total this turn?
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Dragon's Approach deck,
that's on the stack. Prawn. You have any responses?
Yeah, Prawn, any response?
I'm tapped out. No response.
Okay. TPG.
Well, then it's me. I don't want to discard my hand. I like my hand.
Counter me.
I will, but I'm going to do some things first. Well, okay, so it's a bit of a gamble, but like, what are the odds, that I just don't, there's no way, right? I have to believe. You have to believe in the heart of the card sometimes.
True.
So I'm going to tap this island to make 2 islands, also known as blue sources. And then I'm going to tap Volo, draw 5 cards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
1,
fair.
2, 5. Excellent. The best player in the world. Then I will tap the Snake Man. I will play Command Tower to the
Can I
battlefield.
I made a mistake. I didn't ask anyone if they wanted to counter my Blessed Respite and my whole graveyard into my library
Oh,
thing.
it's okay. You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna just shuffle then.
Yeah,
I was in deep doo doo there for a second.
You're good. I allow it. I gotta counter this other spell here.
Alrighty.
All right, and then I don't really need to do anything else. Then I'll tap 2 and I'll negate it.
Okay.
I'm negating the windfall.
Yeah.
If only
Still
I had the
cast.
no mana counter spell right now. Letting me draw however much you drew up to there, the 9 cards or that.
Yeah. I'll need to update my.
I am out of mana. And that's it. I'm going to pass.
Okay.
The value.
I'm gonna
OP.
untap.
So that's actually really good for me. I actually drew 2 lands, so I won't be missing land drops. What ideally the land
And
I'd like
draw
to get
a card that I actually don't even know what it is.
Reliquary Tower.
Okay.
Because then I'd have no maximum hand size.
Then I'm
and I
gonna
can
look
continue to
at the
draw a
card,
bunch
at
of
the next
of
card.
cards.
Okay.
But having the Sakura Tribe Elder or Tribe Scout in play
a land.
allows me to play 3 land a turn because he's got the chromatic thingy, which allows to play 2 lands per turn. So I'll be able to play 3 per turn. That's pretty
Tap
good.
Jade Orb.
Like I also drew
for
Beast Whisperer.
green.
Beast Whisperer is really
I'll
solid in this
do
deck because
an
every 1 mana drop creature
island
is just a draw. I also have
and 2 additional forests
Shrieking
to
Drake.
attempt
Shrieking
to cast
Drake
my
allows me
commander.
to-
Hopefully that resolves. Anyone have a response?
Shrieking Drake allows me to just for 1 blue bounce himself and draw a card.
Okay, my commander,
Yep,
because
good.
I the Jade Orb, my commander comes in with a +1 counter and gains hexproof until my next turn.
I will say, there's some threats I'm mounting
No,
on the
it
board,
says
and
until my next turn.
I don't have.
So it gets hexproof for all of
Oh, you
the
are.
turns.
I don't
until
have
I
like
start.
board wipe or anything.
That is,
Kind of
that's quite
depending
good.
on the black player.
It's a
he's got-
commander card,
I hope
baby.
he has board wipes. I don't
All right.
necessarily want my board wiped, but
So that feels good. That feels
if my combo piece gets milled,
really good.
I kind of
Oh,
lose the game.
that's
I have
not
no
even
way
there
of winning.
anymore. See, that's in the
So,
graveyard.
I mean, I have an Eat Witness, which I haven't drawn. It hasn't been milled.
All right, that goes like that.
I mean,
Easy
I
reading.
do have Isakron Scepter with counterspell.
And-
I could like,
Creatures are hex.
I could
Nope,
play
just
that,
this one.
but I'd rather do dramatic
Well, the other
reversal
one has
so that I
Greaves on
could.
Oh,
get,
yeah. All right, Shroud,
Unlimited
technically.
mana.
But yeah, I
but
get you.
even then, I just need to draw. Realistically, within the next turn, I think. I'm
And it
running
is
low on
at this.
time.
Okay, I'll
There's a
drop
lot of
that
stuff
down to
happening.
4. I got 4 cards in
Plus,
hand.
every turn that goes on where if he's milling, I don't want to
the
mill
initiative is still extremely well protected.
my combo pieces. I need to get to them. I need to get them into my hand, or else.
Is it
potentially
advisable
a
for me to
problem.
do anything? That is what I'm thinking right now.
So
I have kind of like my
once I
little
get them into my hand,
combo
I'll
thing
feel
going.
fairly safe.
So my commander's out, so I can do flash stuff.
I'll probably try to get
So-
some big draw.
Yeah, you
I'll
can play an additional land if you need to, or if you have one, because my gear port or
Being able to play
or
3
removal.
land a turn is going to help. That
Yes,
a lot.
unfortunately. I'm gonna look at this again real quick.
Thought Vessel?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you know,
Yeah, I don't.
I should have put Thought Vessel in.
I don't
I
have
thought
an
about it as I was
additional
going to
land
bed
play,
last
so
night.
I feel
I'm like,
very
I
upset
really
about
should be
that,
running Thought Vessel, so
but
I
I
have 2
passed.
sources.
That's
I do
fine.
run Nezahal. He's like the Elder Dinosaur. He has no maximum
Right.
as well. So like, there is that. I do have 2 ways to have unlimited hand size, and Nezahal is pretty solid. Not
Always
the
honest.
best, but still pretty solid.
That is me.
He's about to mill us. This is not what I want.
Right.
Unless he forget. I think it's is it whenever he draws a card? I don't want to. I'll be. So because you drew, we have to mill.
Yes. Everyone mills too.
Mill 2. Siren Storm Tamer. Pongify.
Commander Sphere, Dragon's Approach.
Wow. I milled 2 counter spells in a row, and
Go for 3.
Broken Wings.
So it's just the two.
Just two.
Sorry. It's just two.
I'm gonna look at the next card now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Be careful when you look. We can see the hand card.
So I am, however, going to tick Tasha up immediately to 3, which she does draw, which will trigger. But as part of this, there is no colon in between, so I have to name with what's in now. So I'll name is
Yeah,
that Windfall or Unwind?
Windfall.
No, I'm in Keto's.
Oh,
Is it Unwind? Your 3-mana counter spell?
Yes.
Okay. So Unwind will get exiled with a counter on it.
Okay.
Oh,
Manga
wait, no, I can't play counter spells anyway. Yeah, counter spells I can't do because I have to do it.
Yeah, you have to use her
tick
ability
her off.
to cast it.
Yeah. So counters are going to be.
You could take wings. You could take these broken wings.
I'm gonna do Pongify.
Okay. Wait, which one? We both have a
And
Pongify. Or no, we don't.
Pongify from TBG and Windfall
Gotcha.
from Tabletop.
Okay.
And which one did you
Alright.
take?
Draw the
Dude, if he
card.
windfalls right
Those
now,
two.
I will be so disappointed.
Prawn.
I
Yeah.
will
Which
be.
pick from me?
It's devastating if.
I said Unwind. It's a terrible pick, but I said it, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
Just gotta hope he doesn't.
All right. So did you mill 2 more for the card draw? So it should be 4 total mill.
Hullbreaker Horror.
And
Hullbreaker Horror and Reality Shift.
We're all milling again.
Yeah, every time he
Yes.
draws and his commander draws.
Every time I draw, you milled 2. I think you milled 3 last time by accident, so just 1 more.
I thought I milled off the rune crap.
No, he hasn't played a land yet.
No, I haven't played a land yet. That'll be next.
I did mill 3. One more.
Yeah, just mill one
So
more then.
1 more for Psychic Corrosion. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna look
Okay.
at my card, figure out which card I'm gonna mill next.
I was gonna say it doesn't matter if he's gonna mill again. I mean, you can play it if it's a dragon. Is that what it is?
Yeah, if it's a dragon, I can play it off the top.
Or artifact, I guess.
No.
Oh no, just the dragon. Okay.
And then I am going to play a land for turn for Ruin Crab for 3 more.
Tatiova Island. Spectral Sailor.
Cultivate. Blue Dragon. Mystic Remora.
Then I'm going to tap Soul Ring. Play Dimmer Signet. And I will.
I have a feeling he's gonna windfall. He only has 4 cards in hand.
Swamp to tap the Signet for blue and a black, and then an island. I'm going to play Night Veil Spectre.
I basically lose the game if he windfalls. I think I actually can't win.
It's a flying creature. When Night
It's
Veil Spectre deals combat
it's
damage
rough.
to a player, that player exiles the top card of their library, and I may play cards exiled with Night Veil Spectre.
I'll have to keep up counterspell.
Okay.
If he doesn't win.
And then I
have 2 counterspells in.
pass this turn.
Oh, thankful. All right, excellent. Untap. Tap. Draw. Okay. Play 2 lands for turn.
yeah.
Island Forest. Oh, what do we got? We got stuff going on. All right, I'm going to start it off with 1 forest. I'm going to play Instill Energy, targeting Volo. Enchanted creature is unaffected by summoning sickness, and then I can pay 0 mana, untap enchanted creature, use this ability only during your turn and only once each turn. That good?
Okay.
Pass priority for me.
Awesome. Put that on that guy right there. All right. A tap Volo. What I really should do is I should have a counter. Drawing 5. That good?
Uh-huh.
All right. 5. All right.
While you do that, I'm going to refresh spell table again. It's kind of half frozen.
I'm going to untap Volo using Instill Energy. So Instill Energy is spent at the.
Wonder what you're going to do next.
Ideally, what I want to do is get to my Reliquary Tower. I can actually just keep these cards.
No. You want to discard. This is the way.
I'll do Island and tap Elvish Mystic for a green. Play Coiling Oracle. Going to note Snake.
Any observations about snakes?
They're very long and girthy at times. They vary in size.
I like to imagine Volo writing girthy for the snake entry.
Alright, so when it enters the battlefield, I reveal the top card. If it's a land, it goes to the battlefield. It is a Yavimaya Coast. When I playtested this and I tried to get to the Reliquary Tower, it did not happen, and I had to discard a bunch of cards. Like, do I want to risk it again? Well, I should really put Moon Silver Key in this deck so I can just go get it. Anyways, yeah, it's fun. What's the worst I could have? Tap a forest, and tap the Volo to draw 6. 3, 5. No, you hate.
I mean, you hate to see it.
16 in hand.
Solid.
Well, do I do it again? Am I that much of a psychopath?
Is Windfall exiled right now?
Yeah, sure is. But he can cast it with minusing. Alright, I'll tap Sakura to play a land. It's gonna be an island. To sacrifice this man, which allows me to place a land from my hand to play. It's gonna be an island. I mean, I can do it again. Oh no, I just wasted all my land play.
You can do it at instant
What
speed, so you don't need.
What are you trying to do again?
I'm just trying to get my no max hand size, but I think at this point I dirtled too much. I shouldn't have wasted this.
Volo?
Right now I can bounce an elf to untap any target creature with
Oh, you
Wirewood
didn't use
Symbiote.
Symbiote yet?
No,
Okay, I
I've
thought
used
you-
Instill Energy so far.
Gotcha.
So I can bounce Coiling Oracle, which has
Yep.
synergistic value and whatnot.
I think you should do it. I mean,
don't
what?
have a land play. Can't do it.
Oh,
Well, the only way I could do it is if I were a baller enough to bounce Wirewood with Wirewood Scipio Coiling Oracle, draw a bunch of cards, then play Coiling Oracle, and just hit, just do it, just hit it. You know, you just hit it with
Do you have anything
Coiling
that
Oracle.
lets you set the top of your deck?
Well,
Like
not
brainstorm or anything?
Yeah, I do have Brainstorm. Not milled yet, technically. So the next 7 cards, I could technically draw. I could technically draw both the land and Brainstorm, and then replay Coiling Oracle, putting the land back on top, so then I could reveal it and then have no max hand size. But that seems unrealistic at the
Really
very
good.
least.
You should do
Seems
this.
great. Like if that actually happens, that's the best play
It
in
seems
Magic. To get.
amazing if it happens.
instant MVP.
But I mean, I don't know that I really want to deal with that. But I mean, it's
I
fun.
would be okay with, if I can keep her alive.
I'm
having
happy with my turn
casting
as it
Wing
sits, I think.
with you having like 25 cards.
I keep realistically discarding these cards, not that terrible. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go to combat, pass combat, go to end step, card 3 forests, Windhorn Elf, Sakura Tribe Elder, Pull from Tomorrow, and Freed from the 7 in hand.
Cool.
Atypical. So, in the spirit of group hug, I'm going to remind you that on your upkeep, you have the initiative.
Yeah, I realized it after I passed turn last
Oh.
turn.
Right, yeah, passing the turn. I'll take a leak real quick. Right
Really,
back.
really good.
Sure, my microphone, for whatever reason, is going to die when I do.
All right, I am going to untap Rory. You need to stay off the thing. I'm going to wrangle my cat as a state-based action.
Yep.
Yep.
Cat wrangling herd.
All right. Upkeep. I will move into the catacombs. I will create a 3/1 skeleton, or no, 4/1 skeleton.
Yeah, 4/1.
Rory, come on. Rory says hello.
It's
And
the skeleton.
all right.
Attract skeleton.
No, come on, move it. There we go. There we go. Not too much damage. Okay. My
Just
board.
who's boss.
All right. I'm going to trigger my Monastery Siege. I will draw a card and discard a card. I'm going to discard Containment Construct. I guess we'll keep going until I actually do something that might be reacted to. I'll play a mountain. And then
All right, what'd I miss? My microphone
Played a
still work?
mountain.
Holy crap.
Yep.
I have a 4/1 skeleton. My cat slightly messed up the board, but it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
And now I am going to tap a red, and I'm going to Vandal Blast Volo's Journal.
You may not, sir. It has hexproof.
Ah, shit. I'm going to Vandal Blast the orb of whatever dragon green stuff.
Jade orb.
Yeah.
Oh, get rid of the mill. Oh, it's artifact, isn't it?
Yeah, it's artifact. I also don't care about mill.
Fair enough.
mean,
You
what-
kind of want it, yeah.
I'm not going to counter this, but I'm just going to make a suggestion real quick. If you overload Vandal Blast, then it doesn't target the journal, and the journal will die.
Yeah, but he already cast it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. All right.
Also, I want to do other things with my mana, so it's okay.
Un-
Young Pyromancer trigger on the stack as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it resolves.
I'm good with it. Well, so
Would
I could have countered it if he had decided to
Um,
then overload it, which is fine.
bummer.
I wouldn't have made too much of a deal with it. 3 counters in
Stupid
hand.
hexproof.
But
Stupid.
like,
Stupid. Stupid.
I
Does your
need.
Volo have boots on or something?
Nah,
Uh,
he's just chilling naked and afraid.
But you also have a butt ton of mana open.
yeah. I kept mana.
Yeah. Where did I just put my How did I lose my infinite tokens?
I'm not saying that for this game, like this
I don't
turn
have
that you
I
do
don't have
this,
the
but I'm
borderless
suggesting that
oracle
the
because
next time someone tries to target your Volo,
I don't think it was on the proxy website that I
I don't know.
went.
I don't think he knew that it had hexproof. So I think there's a way, and your journal isn't.
It's written right there. I will say, information's not
Hexproof.
hidden. It's hex poop. No, I mean, if he wants to overload it, go for it. I mean, like, it's fine.
No. It's all good.
I'm not like I was just saying like he's already cast it. If we want to do takesies backsies, that's fine as well. I'm not like it's a pretty casual game. I'm just stating that like, you know,
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm not.
yeah, it's not
arguing.
that it's not too big a deal.
Is there a token for Volo's journal?
Probably. I haven't opened any of the set though, so I don't have any. I probably should print it out, but I mean, if you read Volo, it says exactly what Volo has on it. The actual you can hover over my commander on whatchamacallit on spell table, and it says that whatever has the journal has on it. Thundering.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 2 red, 2 blue, and I'm gonna play Avaricious
So
Dragon.
the thing is okay. So
flying.
like
At the beginning of your draw
I don't
step, draw an
really have a way to
additional card.
win at the moment. I probably should have played the Finhorn Scout. I should not have ditched it. I should have played
I'm
it.
going to put
So as I went to the bathroom,
Moonveil
I
Regent
realized that
trigger on the stack.
even if I get
Cast
dramatic
spell, you may
reversal
discard your
and
hand if you do draw a card for each of that spell's
Ice-Crown Scepter,
colors.
I still need to generate mana.
Any
I have no mana rocks
reactions?
except for and no mana
No
ramps
Sorry, can you say that
except for
one more time?
Elvish Mystic.
For
At the
which card?
moment, it's not infinite mana.
What's being cast?
I have half of the combo, but
Avaricious
I
Dragon.
also need
At the
other.
beginning of my draw step, I can draw an additional card.
I also need another.
At the beginning of my end step,
I need a mana
discard
rock
my hand
basically,
and
and I
store 4
play
flying.
Soul Ring's already been milled.
And then there's a
Any
trigger
other
for
Annoying.
Moonveil
Soul Ring would be
Regent where
ideal,
I can
but I
discard
can't.
my
Maybe E-Witness can get it
hand
back.
and draw a card because it's
Yeah,
sword
so I
spell.
still have Arcane Signet, and
Yeah,
Cloud Vessel really should be in here.
Okay.
But
Moonveil
either way,
Dragon,
I really should have
or
played the Finhorn
Moonveil
Scout.
Regent
That was a
triggers.
misplay.
I will
Because that would have at least
discard
given me
a
infinite
Wild Magic
untaps.
Surge
Not infinite mana, but infinite
and
untaps,
draw
which
a card.
would mean that like every land I play, I can put into
And
play.
That card happens to be
Right now, I can instant draw 6
a
with
3-mana
bouncing the
card
Coiling
called
Oracle,
Dragon's
untapping with
Approach,
Wirewood Symbiote,
which
and
I will
tapping 2
cast,
mana
and
for
I have 5
Veteran
Dragon's
Scholar.
Approaches in my graveyard. So, should this resolve, not only will it do 3 damage to everyone, but I can search my library, or I can exile this card and 4 other Dragon's Approaches, and I can search my library for any dragon and put it on the battlefield.
You're casting a Dragon's Approach, eh?
I am casting a Dragon's Approach.
In response to that, I'm gonna look at the top card of my library.
You may.
Right. You can do that at any time.
Right.
Also, Young Pyromancer on the stack.
Yep.
Also, Moonveil Regent on the stack because I can discard my card or my hand even though I don't have any cards in my hand.
Yep.
All right, everyone good?
So Keto, any responses to the cast?
Nope.
Then we got Prawn.
No response to the.
All right, so now it's to me again. Do I care enough to counter? This is the question, I suppose. If one had a counter, they're not just giving them out like for free.
No.
I've milled a lot of mine actually.
You're gonna do 3 damage, and you're gonna tutor a dragon to the field.
To the field by exiling 4 Dragon's Approaches from my graveyard in addition to my So
Is it say Nurture Library? Put it onto the battlefield, so that can't be countered. So once if this resolves, it just happens.
Yes.
I see. How many cards you got in your hand?
no cards in hand.
You have no cards in hand. Okay, so it's not like you could just
No.
like cast another one.
I
So,
mean, I
like,
will draw a card for Moonveil Regent.
right. Card does things.
It does.
Card your hand. If you do, draw a card. For each of the spells, you're drawing a 1.
Correct.
I mean, like, what are you trying to do? You trying to do some crazy shit, or are you just trying to get a dragon? Like, how crazy is this dragon? Is it gonna hurt me a lot?
Let's see. I currently have 2 of my dragons on the field.
Yeah, how bad are you gonna hurt me? I guess is the question.
The only other dragon the only other dragon I have is a Null Spine dragon.
What the hell is
when it
that?
comes into play, I may discard my hand and draw cards equal to the damage dealt to target opponent this turn. Have I dealt? Okay, I mean, I could draw 3 cards. Or no, I won't because I don't think I've done any damage to anyone.
Well, if the dragon's
Yeah.
approach
The dragon's
resolves,
approach,
it'll be
yeah,
3.
okay, so I can draw 3. Yeah.
You know what? Go for it. I'll be a nice guy.
Okay, everyone.
We're all
Takes
taking 3.
I will go find a Null Spine dragon. I will put another elemental underneath.
One thing
my
I'll
giant
say that's
stack of
strange, I'm muted
elementals.
again. One thing that I'll
I
say
will
is
draw a
strange is
card-
they're not
well,
attacking me at
yeah,
all.
draw a
It's
card
like
for
they're just
Moonveil
letting me do
Regent.
shit. Like he's got
Then
flyers,
go
like
find
he's got like
Null
10
Spine
power in
dragon.
the air. 3 turns I'm
Null
just
Spine
dead.
dragon will enter
Then you
the
got
battlefield.
Keto. He's got dragons, but he's not
Draw
really
3
playing that
cards.
many of them. So it's kind of like I'm just kind of
Look at that.
cruising.
Triggers.
Like there's a lot of nothing happening, which is a little strange. He's got like this massive board, but he's not attacking.
Null Spine dragon enters the late battlefield.
That's gonna get scary soon. Like he's gonna have enough power in the air to like just kill somebody.
Shuffle my deck.
Which I guess is the hope.
Comes into play. I may discard my hand. I will discard an island. I will draw 3.
But that's interesting. I don't know. It's I think I have
play
to combo soon. I'll be able to look at the next 14 cards. 15 cards.
Move
No.
to
21,
combat.
22 cards. We'll be able to look at the next
Who wants
22
some
cards
combat?
in the next turn. Like if I can't combo off then, I mean
Who doesn't have flyers right now?
I don't.
I have 1 flyer.
And
I have no flyers.
Moonveil Regent, 4/4 flying coming at TPG, mostly because of our history together.
I figured as much. All right, so I have no blocks. Any other attacks?
Nah.
All right, so I will take 4.
End of turn, I will discard my hand because of Avaricious Dragon.
Yes, yeah.
And then I will also make sure that all my dragons.
I was gonna say you have to exile your 4
4
dragons approaches. Give us a tally.
Well, the one that I cast and then the 4.
Oh, it's all 5 then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so it'll probably leave 1 left.
Correct. That should be correct at least. Yeah, there's 1 left.
Gotcha.
All right, I did the thing. All my dragons are on the battlefield. You guys can just all now win.
Sweet. Did some get milled?
No, I only have 3 dragons in this deck.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So on your end step, I want to try and gain some clarity from the table. If I want to stop getting milled, what would be my best play if I can get rid of something?
Well, the 2 things that are milling right now are the crab and the. Actually, there's 2 things. There's the crab and the enchantment. The crab's a creature. The enchantment's an enchantment. Every time the enchantment is every time he draws a card, we all mill 2, and then the crab is every time he plays a land, we all mill 3.
I can play 2 lands.
And he can now play 2 lands a turn. Yes.
Group hug.
Yeah. Gosh. I guess I'll tap an island and a forest, and I'll cast a attempt to cast a reality shift on the crab, exiling it if that resolves.
Yes.
Okay, and then the top part of your library, you put it face down, but and don't tell us. But if it's a creature, you can play it.
For its costing cost.
Yeah, but don't tell us if it's a creature or not, because we don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
At any time as well, so it can be done as an instant speed as well. The morphing cost, at least.
Well,
matter of fact, I actually think it gets past split second.
No, in this case, let me be clear. In this case, if it's a creature, you can play it. Whenever a creature can be played. So
no,
if you had
it says if it's a creature card, it can be turned face up at any time for its mana cost.
Yeah.
So it'll be played right now, and if it is a creature, he can turn it face up like at your turn, for instance, or now or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Morph is an interesting. I guess it's not a copy.
Right.
Okay, I'm still gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, it resolves. Okay. So then you're good to take your turn.
Great. I'm glad that didn't cause any hard feelings. All right, untap.
I will not have any hard feelings if you get rid of all of the mill. It's funny because when I was younger, mill made me rage the most right behind counterspells.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek at the top here. All right. It's not gonna do me any good. That's shitty.
One thing I will say, I'm muted again. One thing I will say that.
Gosh. Let's see.
Keto is not in our pod, so like his results doesn't matter to us.
5, 6.
So him, the one that's currently playing, whatever he does technically doesn't matter. I mean, it impacts the game some, but like if he wins first, then he doesn't get first points. He just gets basically sub points. I think it's like half a point for subbing. But then the person that gets second place is technically getting first place points, and then so nobody can get fourth place is eliminated.
I think I'm just gonna go whole
and
hog
we'll
on
have
it.
2, 3, 4.
What I'll do
1, 2, 3
is
as the actual placement.
I'll tap 3
so
forest.
I'm guaranteed third
and attempt to cast
cool. I don't really
within
care.
on the other mill card that you control, Prawn. If that will resolve, then I'll be happy. If it doesn't resolve, then I'll be sad.
I don't really care too much about the.
Okay, great.
You're destroying the enchantment, right? Anyways, I don't care too much about what happens in the game because I've already qualified for the end of the year tournament win. But I am competitive, so like I really do like winning.
I like where I'm sitting.
I'm fairly
well.
Close
I don't have
to
hexproof
comboing,
on my commander anymore.
I can dig.
So I'll
really
go ahead
deep.
and move.
I've got 3 counterspells
over unless there's
so
response.
Like, I feel like I can do a lot.
I'm going to Murderous Rider.
We'll see. What is this?
Okay,
so the swift end half of Murderous Rider. So destroy target creature or planeswalker. I lose 2 life. So targeting his commander as the Greaves are coming off, and it goes into exile, and I can cast it from exile. It's
I love adventures.
Eldraine card, yeah.
Okay, my commander goes to the command zone.
No.
The Greaves were unattached, and then they go back to being attached to the creature where they were.
Leave them be.
Unless that creature suddenly gets clipped, the Greaves are on it.
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm down to 3 cards in hand now, and I pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Well, that wasn't nice.
Well,
you got me back.
Yeah, I mean, you killed his commander.
Draw, and you guys don't even mill.
This is a solid thing. I like what's happening. I like the no mill. The no mill plan is. I like this.
While my dragons are on the field, I have no strong feelings.
Yeah, you've got all your dragons. I've got.
Yeah.
A draw engine? That's about all I'm doing.
You're self-milling, so
Yeah, really, I'm helping him. Realistically, at any time, he could just mill me out of the game, probably. I imagine there are plenty of mill cards that are just like, target player mills 30. I'm like, okay, I guess I lose. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I didn't build my deck in the minds of preparing against a mill deck, so, you know.
I can think of 3 cards that would really traumatize would be probably the worst. That's half.
Well, half of my deck is not terrible, but I think the raw number. There's a card that I think it's mill 20 from Modern Horizons 2, I believe.
There's Tasha that mills up to CMC 20 into exile.
Was it Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Yeah.
Then there's Maddening Cacophony that if it's kicked, you mill half your deck. Otherwise, you mill 8. Then there's
Funny enough, I'm muted because I want him to know this. Tasha's Hideous Laughter versus my deck is great. I have so many low casting creatures. I have 38 creatures in the deck, and a lot of them are 1 and 2. So actually could be pretty brutal versus me. A lot of my deck is very, very cheap.
So 2 blue and
I
2 colorless.
I mean, I have counter spells, but still,
Arcanomancer,
I don't want to counter them. Ooh, what's that do?
Lets me return an instant
oh yeah, Arcanomancer. What is the target?
Grim Tutor.
All right, fair enough. I have no response.
I got nothing.
Then I will cast
Grim Tutor.
Grim Tutor.
Holy crap!
Amazing.
I can't believe you've done it.
Take 3. And I'm going to go get a card.
It could be any card. It's funny, I was just talking about Grim Tutor earlier today on the podcast about how bad it was compared to like Demonic and Vampiric and Imperial Seal even. But then in a budget format, it's a lot better than those because those are expensive cards.
It's pretty sweet.
It's better than
the ones I squeezed in at the end.
Diabolic Tutor. 1 cheaper. Is it instant? It's a sorcery, isn't it?
It's a sorcery.
If it was instant, I'd like it a lot more. But because it's sorcery, it makes me sad.
The interesting ones I have in here are Wishclaw Talisman.
Hmm.
And then there's the old Profane Tutor.
Do you get to choose who it goes to, or does it?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. It could be a little political game there too.
That was an Oracle text in the.
Yeah, I think if I remember, because in a 2v or 1v1, there's it can only go to 1, but like obviously in a multiplayer, like who does it go to? But it makes sense that they oracled it.
Right. Shuffle bosses. So toss. Cut.
And most notably, I was a little worried about Windfall resolving, but like I said, I have counters in hand. Like Windfall would screw me over quite heavily. I have a pretty saucy hand, especially since I can draw a lot. I feel like I can set up the win next turn. I haven't milled Laboratory Maniac yet, which is a solid thing. If it gets milled, the only chance I have to get it back is Eternal Witness, which also hasn't been milled. So I have to like draw. I need to draw Eat Witness so that when it gets milled, it's kind of like a tutor, which is nice. But the mill deck makes my job way more difficult. I mean, it hasn't really milled anything too crucial. I've been very lucky with what it's milled, but it could be pretty brutal at any time. I'm really hoping to draw. I need to draw a Dramatic Reversal because I already have the Iskron Scepter. So if I draw the Dramatic Reversal, then I have the untap combo. But I need to get another mana source.
I'm just gonna tick up.
Have unlimited untaps, but it won't be unlimited mana.
Another card.
But like if I can Eat Witness my Soul Ring back, then it's unlimited mana with the
graveyard, just the one.
Who is playing what?
Yes.
So right now we've got a person playing Tasha,
Command,
the Witch Queen. It's the one you can mill a card and
Wild Magic
well, you can play a card from their graveyard if you exile it as you cast a card for the +1.
TPG,
so that's what it does.
Yes. And sorceries.
This is the sorceries.
Pull for tomorrow. for me.
That won't do anything. It's a dud. It's a dud
Yeah.
because it's X. We got reality shift. Got
Reality shift, more removal. is
rampant
good.
growth if you want to keep ramping. Yeah, so reality
Yeah,
shift.
reality shift.
All right.
And then instants and sorceries, keto, and your.
Another.
Okay, so you don't want.
Let's
We
do
got
reality shift for me as
Renari,
well.
which is like a dragon artifact flash type commander
And then I
with
draw a
the
card.
Acolyte of Bahamut. Pretty solid dragon deck, I would think, but he's
Okay.
playing more artifacts. It seems like he's playing like a artifacty control deck. It seems like dragons, but he's not in our pod. His like result doesn't truthfully matter.
Okay.
You've got Amber Gristle Omal,
Um,
which every time he attacks, you discard your hand, and then you draw a card for each player that's being attacked. So it could be a way to get more Dragon's Approaches into the graveyard to then burn people. But it seems like he's got all of his dragons on the field already, so like doesn't really do much after that. This one, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, this creature can't be blocked, so it makes his commander unblockable, which makes it safe. That makes sense. And then I'm playing Volo, Itinerant Scholar. Basically, he has a journal. Every time you cast a creature, you're able to exile, or you're able to note one of its creature types, and then you can draw a card equal to the number of creature types. All right, I'm going to take my turn. Okay, at end step, I will bounce Coiling Oracle. He's an elf, a snake elf druid. To Wirewood Symbiote to untap Volo, Itinerant Scholar. And then if that resolves and that's all good, I'm going to pay 2 mana. Then I'm going to draw 6 cards.
I'm fine with it.
Good?
no response.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll see what I drew to see if I have anything else I can do.
Do you have Firemind Vessel in there also? Like another thing that lets you hold on to all your cards?
Thought Mine, no. Thought Vessel was something that I was laying in bed last night and actually thinking I should run Thought Vessel, but because I woke up, did the podcast, I didn't really have time to put it in. It should be in here, yes. It's not. Okay, I did that. That can only be done once a turn. All right, so then after that, I'll untap and take my turn. Draw for turn. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Going to tap 2, 3, 4. Master Chef. A enchantment commander thing. Basically, my commander can now come into play with a 1/1 counter, but then also all creatures I control come into play with an additional 1/1 counter. So now, play Cryptic Trilobite. I will pay no mana. As I enter the battlefield, it would come into play with X 1/1 counters on it, and then I can remove a 1/1 counter from it and spend or add 2 colorless, which can only be used to activate abilities. And because I'm casting with nothing, Master Chef will give it a counter, so it'll still survive, but it'll just have 1/1 counter on it. And I will note Trilobite on my journal. Trilobite is just another word for insect, I think. Probably like ancient insect, I would. Trilobite.
You're really going deep on this Volo lore.
Just, you know, when you really get down and dirty with it.
Heck yeah.
What do we get? 14 cards in hand. What do I do with them? All right. I'll sack this counter on it to give 2 mana, colorless mana. I will use that to activate Volo to draw 7. I don't have enough cards in hand, so I need to go higher. This will go to 21. That's good?
Yep.
All right. 7. What we got? Okay. Cards. Two. Play an arcane signet. Scariest of all.
Card.
I will use instilled energy to untap Volo. Look at my hand again to see what the hell I drew. No matter how many cards I draw every turn, I'm still baffled at what I didn't draw. What I want. I'll tap this for mana. That for colorless. Draw another 7 cards. 7. Do I play it? I certainly don't. Ridiculous.
ATPG.
What's up?
There's a new card in Baldur's Gate called Decanter of Endless Water. It's a mana rock that costs 3. It says you have no maximum hand size, and you can tap it for 1 mana of any color.
Yeah, there's Thought Vessel as well. I have 2 sources of unlimited hand size. It's just I haven't drawn. They haven't been
Okay.
milled either, so it's just kind of one of those things where
I just like Decanter. You know,
just digging. I have
It'll
to be
Tried to
cautious.
give you an additional 7 cards, but you did not want them.
True. All right. Well, first thing I want to do, sure, I play Phyrexian Walker. I have to actually go look up what the hell creature type it is because it just says artifact creature, and I forgot to look. Skyfall.
it's a beast. That's my guess.
It is Phyrexian Walker. The Phyrexian Construct.
Oh.
I will note of its creature types. I will note Phyrexian. I don't think I have. A Phyrexian, so as it enters the battlefield, because I have the Master Chef, it gets a 1/1 counter on it. The 1/4 for 0. The interesting thing about Phyrexian Walkers is they're very deceiving on what creature type they are.
Indeed.
Alright. Tap a island forest. Going to play Coiling Oracle. That shows all 3. Yep, no new creature types, so I just get to the battlefield effect. Ha-bam! That's to solve the equation. Goes to my hand. Solve the equation, I can go tutor for a...
Yep.
I will bounce Coiling Oracle back to my hand with Firewood Symbiote to untap my Volo. I will tap 2 mana to draw 8 cards. What a god! Okay, all right. We got cards here. I was wondering where the hell they were, but I have some.
Stealth mill going, so you're good.
Well, I haven't played any lands for turn, but I still have not drawn unlimited hand size. That's unfortunate. But I haven't played any lands, so I have 2. An island. Forest. 2 lands for. Then. I'll tap Snake Man. Allows me to play an additional land. I will do that. F4. Tap a green to play Vitalize. Untap all creatures you control. That good?
I got nothing.
Alright. Alright.
From the top.
Tap 2 mana. Tap 2 mana. I will play Isochron Scepter. And I will imprint on that when I cast it. Well, it's being cast. Is that good? Isochron Scepter.
That's fine.
But
There's an exiled wild magic
so-
surge over here.
When it enters the battlefield, I get to exile an instant sorcery, and then I can pay that with 2 or less, and then I can pay 2 mana and play it. Good?
Let me think.
Okie Said yeah?
We're just. You have like almost the entire deck.
I'm doing your job for you. It's fine. So if that resolves, yes?
He's definitely gonna exile Dramatic Reversal and just untap.
You don't know that for sure.
He is threatening
Just
infinite mana.
go infinite.
It's not infinite. I only have 2 mana sources on the field. Right now, it's just a
Right
break
now.
even.
Uh-huh.
And I only
Right.
have 1 other source. So it's not. At the moment, I'm not presenting infinite.
Presenting.
Well, yeah,
Having
I need to know if it resolves or not so I can tell you what card I'm.
And then you play Soul Ring and it does go infinite.
No, Soul Ring's in my graveyard. You milled my Soul Ring.
All right.
All
See
right.
what happens.
It will be a dramatic reversal.
Of course.
Right. This is now imprinted. I'm not saying I'm not going to do degenerate things. I'm just saying at the moment I don't have infinite mana, and I don't know if I can, but I will try. All right, so I'm going to tap Snake Man. I'm going to put a land into play. That'll be an island. Tap a green. To float a green. Need a dice for green. This is going to be replaced for white stack? I don't know. 1 green floating. Tap this for a blue, so there's 1 blue float. And then that's the problem. I really only can do a couple things. But what I'll do, if everybody's fine with this, what I can do with these 2 mana and Isochron Scepter is tap the Isochron Scepter, untap the Snake Man and the green source to play a land. So I can play any lands I have from my hand, if that's fine. And I'm not gaining any mana. The only thing I'm gaining is lands in play.
Yeah.
That makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take these 2 mana, a dramatic reversal. I'm going to play Island, Forest, Waterlog Grove, the Snake Man.
Yeah.
And they're all tapped. End with this being untapped, and they're Nothing floating. Now what do I do?
Whatever you want. Or just tap Volo again and then get infinite
I was
more
gonna say you didn't want a Volo
choices.
along the way there.
I have to pay 2 mana every time I Volo. It's not
see,
free. If it was free, it'd be insane. Not free.
I
It's
mean,
not
if,
that,
if
bro.
if Tasha could down ticket instant.
True. All right, what I will do is I'll play a Memnite. I will note that it is a construct. That is 9th in the journal, Volo-ness. And that will be construct, and I'll note that constructs are very small in stature, but they pack a punch. Free 2/2, I'm okay with it.
Very small. It is known. It's in the journal.
So that's 9 on.
Got your Ornithopter in there?
I do. I love this deck. This deck plays all the sick creatures that nobody ever plays, but because they're so synergistic, I love it. Deck's the best. All right. I need to find a way to win. By everyone. Basically, what I need to do, play. Tap this. Tap this. I'll take a damage. Tap this. I'm gonna play Swiftfoot Boots.
That's fine.
Shrouding Volo or Proofing Volo?
No. Or mana. Tap this forest for an
You have there.
arbor elf.
Sting
That-
up your
And if that's fine, I'm gonna boots the arbor elf. If that resolves, then I'll have infinite mana.
Yeah.
Needed another. Basically, as long as I have 3 sources of mana production, with the Itinerant Scepter, then I have infinite. So if that all resolves, then I can explain how I win.
I have no response to that.
Excellent.
I tap my mana, so yeah. Stuck.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, this is my hand, so the odds of me having a counterspell are pretty high.
I mean, you're gonna lap mana mill yourself out, right?
No. So what I can do, instead with the infinite mana, I have the wind in my hand. I can Walking Ballista for infinite. I can make like 9 million mana and then play a Walking Ballista with 4.5 million. I don't know why I'm picking 9 million. I always pick 9 million. And then I can ping everybody to death. So I can technically choose who loses first.
No, we all lose.
Oh, that's right. You can't do that because there's.
Yeah.
Well, either way, there's no way I can. I always think that I can do that, but then I can't. I try to be, who do I think did the best? I could try to give them second place, but apparently with win cons, I can.
Here's the thing: I hoodwinked myself by not tapping Dimir Signet for mana and leaving up a second blue source.
Oh, did you have a counterspell? I had Arcane Denial, an Offer You Can't Refuse, and Counterspell in hand. So I mean, I had.
Once you were digging like that,
if I'm able to dig as much as I did, which I was able to dig a lot, surprisingly I drew a lot of nothing. To be honest.
Yeah,
a lot of the cards were kind of like.
I didn't get another tutor until the end, and I had to go get Ghostly Flicker. And I was gonna Narumeha with Wall of Lost Thoughts, and just mill everyone.
I'll say this: there was the turn where you initially exiled Windfall, and for some reason in my head I was thinking that you could cast it for free. If you would have Windfalled that turn, I would have never been able to win the game because Itinerant Scepter's been in my hand since the beginning. If Windfall resolves with this in my hand, there's only one chance I get it back with E-Witness, and that's it.
The reason I didn't Windfall is because I tutored for Narumeha at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to protect her.
Hey, Sin.
And I don't have the ability to bring creatures back as easily as I do sorcery.
If you kill everyone at the same time, because I'm a sub,
they'll all get third. Yeah, it's a little better.
They'll get
third. Because he's a sub, we get second. Or third, sorry.
Yeah, right. You get the last place. If everybody dies at the same time, you get the last place, but because he's a sub, it removes the 4th spot.
Yep.
That's not the worst.
I was right there.
I'm gonna double check something before I kill everybody because I kind of want to see if I can flicker my commander. I can get cast the commander 4 times, which I'm fairly certain I can. Yeah. So with Shrieking Drake, I'm gonna play the Shrieking Drake. bounce the commander, replay the commander, and I need to find a way to get back to my.
Do you have any doubling effects?
Here we go. With Sidisi's Faithful, I can bounce the Shrieking Drake by exploiting, killing off a Memnite. Then I can bounce the Volo to then replay the Volo.
Right on. That's cool.
So I get my commander 4 times. Okay, so I'll have first commander 4 times, and I don't think there's. Is there a combo win in this month because it's not extra budget? Because if that's the case, if there's alternate win con, I'll win the other way. I'll win via, you know.
No, combos haven't been outlawed for. It was basically a lot of people were like, "Hey, this is dumb. We get 2 penalized for going off. Goal of the game."
Yeah, it's fine. Combos are fine now.
Well, that's what I'm saying is you don't get penalized for combos, but you used to get extra points for an alternate win con. And I don't know if that because that was removed last month. But if it's not, then I want to draw my deck in with Lab Maniac. That's the better win, and I can definitely do that.
Well, what you should
I don't know for sure. I think that got replaced with the just go balls to the walls on combos instead.
That could be. I'll win that way anyways. Also, I'll draw my deck with infinite mana. I'll play Lab Maniac and draw the rest, just in case. I don't know.
Yeah, cover your bases.
Yeah, I either way, actually, technically, they're both alt win cons because this isn't by damage. This is just by pinging everybody. So either way, I'm covered. I think. I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
E-Witness was the last card in the deck. Damn, I was digging for it. Where the hell was the?
This was the card that I was saying.
Valkyrie Tower, super deep.
Saw her go off last month. Well, I was playing Teamer, so I had her and Dualcaster Mage, and was able to do funny stuff with clone effect, like Sakashima, and be able to bounce 2 spells on the stack and do degenerate things like that. With just Ghostly Flicker and Narameha, you have infinite mana because you can exile her and a land.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I can tap it, and then she can double up other stuff. And then, like I said, Wall of Lost Thoughts is one. There's also an alternate for Ghostly Flicker. It's the I don't know. But it's 2 creatures, not 2 permanents.
Yeah, last month this was the same win con as last month, but it was so much easier last month. I have to do so freaking much.
Yeah.
It was a good game, guys.
Yeah, all right. I need to jump out, y'all.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Let's vote on MVP.
Thanks for playing.
Oh,
yeah, vote on MVP.
I think Sin's got it. I just don't think there's any doubt that I think Sin's got it.
I mean, I love the deck, so I'll vote for myself, but it feels kind of,
You can't vote for yourself.
Dude, somebody said that, but I actually looked in the rules and it doesn't state that, but I don't know. Or maybe somebody said that to me. I don't know. Either way, I feel like you shouldn't be able to because I think that it makes more sense to highlight other people's play, and it'll let you think and analyze the game better. It makes sense to vote for other people too. But
I racked my brain to try and remember if you did anything, outstanding, and I don't mean this to sound insulting, but I couldn't remember anything. But if you can, tell me. Tell me. It's real.
I thought assembling a mill kill on turn 5 was pretty good, and then you blew up my stuff. So, but
see, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to vote for sub for MVP. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But I for me personally, I would have. Yeah, he doesn't get the points exactly. But I would vote for him for killing both mill combos.
I'll tell you what, if you hadn't blown up my Psychic Corrosion, what I was going to do is have Sakashima in play, have it copy Narameha, and be able to copy Windfall 3 times with 7 cards in hand, and then that ends up milling 42 cards each player.
That would have been that would have been brutal. Tell you what, I've been drawing a lot of my deck. There wasn't a lot left, and you milled a lot of the cards. Dude, I'll be honest, your mills, it scared the shit out of me because I'm like, if he mills Walking Ballista or Dramatic Reversal, I can't win the game. That's basic. My deck is solely around those 2 cards right now. The budget was so slim, I couldn't really add alternate win cons. I was just like, please don't mill it. Please don't mill it. Okay, we're safe. Okay. I need to dig and get those cards into my hand. And then I saw Windfall, and I'm like, no, come on. It's so...
That's what I was going for. I was going for that. I mean, it's basically once you get one piece of the combo, you try to dig the other one because there's, like you mentioned at the beginning, Mind Crank and Sir Conrad.
Yeah, that's a
Had
good
Alter
one.
the Ninja in there, but I didn't really have too much sack fodder. It'll probably come back in with like Maloku and Wily. It's just different lines to get to combos. I was able to squeeze in like 7 tutors into the deck.
If you would have assembled the Mindcrank Sir Conrad, I have 38 creatures in the deck. The odds of you not hitting a creature are so slim.
Yeah. Mind
Yeah.
Cranks are kind of pretty.
I play a bunch of dirtily little mana dorks and little creature things, and like they all have different mana types. I love this deck. This deck surprised the hell out of me how fun it is to play because it's not. I thought it'd be boring. I thought there'd be like not much to do, but there's so much to think about. What creature types you're playing, like what like the Wirewood Symbiote, in order to bounce Coiling Oracle to get the different creature types, also to then get the value from Coiling Oracle, and then being able to untap your commander to then draw. Like it actually has tons of synergy. Like I love it. When I was putting it together, I'm like, wait a minute, this deck is way more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I really thought it'd
All
be
the
boring.
uncommon effects, Vitalize and Symbiote, being able to activate a commander that can draw 5 and 6 and 7. The regular, pretty nasty.
It's insane. If the journal had it, it'd be a top tier commander 100%. Because it has hexproof. Like it just if the top 2 mana draw was on the journal.
I was almost gonna kill Volo instead, but I don't know why
I think you spite murdered his creature because he killed 2 of your things. In my head, I was like, thank God he did that, because now